Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode. In this video, we are going to be discussing on two huge revelations from former two Barca greats in Neymar Jr. and Leo Messi. For Neymar's case, we are going to be talking about Neymar leaving Barcelona because of what happened in the 6-1 victory match against Paris Saint-Germain back in 2017, according to a football agent who narrated everything, and of course, explaining why Neymar should regret why ever leaving Barca. Then, secondly, on Messi's case, talking about his revelation claiming that Manchester City did offer Barca 200 million euros to sign Messi back in 2020, according to another football agent. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't, give the video a like, and please watch it right up to the very end. Neymar Jr. was set to touch the stars with FC Barcelona. The Brazilian was the only player in the club's recent history who could potentially challenge Leo Messi's crown at the club. Yet, it was not destined. The superstar left Barca back in 2017 in a shocking move to Paris Saint-Germain, and his career has not hit the heights expected since. Brazilian super agent Andre Curry recently sat down with AS for a detailed interview where he spoke in depth about the various Brazilian prospects available in the market, the current crop of Brazilian stars, and Neymar Jr. in particular. Andre Curry was one of the key mediators of Neymar's move to Barcelona and even worked with the club as their scouts in Brazil until 2020. Curry, who also represents Barca new signing Vitor Roque, began talking about the PSG winger by recollecting his days at Barcelona and the endless efforts Real Madrid put forward swooping him to Madrid. He said, "He was spectacular. Neymar has everything. Real Madrid never accepted having lost Neymar and have always been looking to sign him. Vinicius and Rodrigo are great players, but they are not Neymar. When he was at Barcelona, he was spectacular, and I think he made a serious mistake when switching to Ligue 1, condemning the Seleção Stars' decision to leave Catalonia. He then went on to make a massive statement about the Brazilian missing the chance to win the Ballon d'Or. He said, Neymar, if he hadn't left Barcelona, he would surely have one or two Ballon d'Ors. Curie then elaborated on Neymar's shocking 222 million euros deal to Paris Saint-Germain and attributed Barcelona's sensational 6-1 win over the Parisians to be the root cause. He said, I think Neymar left because of what happened after the 6-1 match against PSG. Neymar had won that game practically alone, and on the front pages of the next day, the one who came out was Lionel Messi. He has a very good relationship with Messi, of course. He didn't want to compete with Leo because he loves him very much. From there, all his friends told him that he was going to be wrong if he left Barcelona, that in 2 months he was going to ask to come back, but you won't be able to, he added. The Brazilian agent then highlighted the real reason why Barcelona inserted a 222 million euro release clause in Neymar's contract, going against his advice. He said, when Neymar arrived, I told them to put a 1 billion euro clause, but they ended up putting more of 190 million euros the first time. I asked them why it was so low, to which they replied that it couldn't be more than Leo Messi's release clause, which was 250 million euros. Curie, was then directly asked if the Brazilian sensation regretted his move to PSG, to which he replied, yes, he can't speak it for now, but he does. Look at the confusion that there is now. There is no quiet or happy day for Neymar. The 31-year-old's career began on a downward spiral the day he left Barcelona. His quality on the field has never been a question, but repeated injuries unmarred his time in Paris. Speaking about Neymar's fitness, Andre Curie said, Most of his injuries begin in Paris. In Barca, he had a problem with the metatarsal because of the boots and such. The super agent was asked what a 17-year-old Neymar would be worth in today's market. He insisted that no European club would ever sell a player of such quality and refused to attribute a price tag for the same reason. He said, in Europe, he wouldn't be worth anything because the one who had him wouldn't sell him. Barcelona lost him because it's a club that I don't understand. It happened with Figo 20 years ago, but luckily Neymar didn't end up at Real Madrid. Finally, Curie was asked if the Brazilian could leave PSG to join Barcelona this summer. He did not rule out an exit for the player, but admitted that the Blaugranas could no longer afford him. He said, today, Barcelona's option is unfeasible because it has no way to pay it. Wages 50 million euros net. How do you pay? It's as if I offer you a plane for you, but you can't pay for the pilot, the crew, the fuel. It's something more or less like that, he said. Great words there from Andrew Curry about the Neymar situation. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion. During a lengthy chat with AS, the same agent, Andre Curie, who represents Barca new signing Vitor Roque, has revealed that the Catalans had received a massive 200 million euros offer from Manchester City for Leo Messi a year before his departure. Curie, who has close ties with Barca, having worked as club scout in Brazil until 2020, claims that the Catalans turned down big money offer for Messi only to see him leave for free a year later. It must be remembered that the summer of 2020 was when Messi sent the infamous Burofax in which he had asked the club to leave. Going by Andrew Curry's word, he said, Barca had an offer from Man City for up to 200 million euros for Messi a year before he left, and they didn't want to sell him a year before. They knew he was going to finish his contract there. In the end, though, Barca turned down the offer and Messi stayed with the club, only to leave a year later for nothing. The Argentine World Cup winner spent 2 seasons at PSG and could have returned to Barca this summer when his contract expired, but the stars did not align and he is now playing straight at the MLS. Of course, Andrew Curry has spoken about the matter on multiple occasions previously, claiming that also Vinicius Junior was close to joining Barca before Real made a last-minute swoop and the forward agents betrayed the club big time. He once again touched upon it during the chat with AS. He said, it was a done deal. We didn't go to the operation before because of the players' agents with whom I no longer speak and who are my best friends. Real Madrid didn't know Vinicius when they signed him. They didn't even know who he is or who he was. The agents were like brothers. Later, when I was working in Barca, we went for Rodrigo when nobody knew him, but I knew he was very good. I told my boss at the time, Pep Sagura, Pep, don't worry. I have a better player than this Vinicius. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.